Alright, what is up? I'm back. I'm playing the Stanley Parable today. I'm going to explore the new content section. So yeah, let's see what that adds to the game. And yeah, alright, let's get into it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
New content.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
2013? That's a really old game.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022.
That's only like 2 years after I made my YouTube channel.
A reimagining of the game for consoles and
I was young.
computers.
I did that.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await.
I think it was
the Stanley Parable
beginning of high school,
Deluxe.
maybe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra
Or maybe
Deluxe
going into high
content.
school. No, beginning of high school, 2013.
Okay, so far it's an elevator.
For me.
Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Maybe, no, I started high school in 2012,
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we...
I think.
Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the...
Mostly tedious.
Okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Oh, the jumping circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'm not gonna use up all the jumps right now. That's fun, though. I want to jump around. I know that there's a mod that someone made. They can jump around forever. Anywhere, too.
Right? Goodness.
You can play around with that later on.
Stanley, I have to say,
We're not playing around with mods
this game
right
are
now.
not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable
The
Ultra Deluxe.
dictionary, read that thing.
Of new content.
That
And
thing is
oh,
so
wait,
big.
there's more.
It doesn't have every single word in it.
I knew there had to be something.
I don't think
else.
they're
Let's see
releasing
it. I'm ready for
dictionary,
whatever it is.
like the paperback dictionary anymore. Updated. Every word.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And
Thank you
don't
for
get me
enjoying
started
the
on
new
level of
content. Yep,
craftsmanship
let's
that's gone into it. In
go.
fact, I'm looking right now at the game's
Let's
achievements,
go.
and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, test achievements.
That's fine
please
because
ignore.
I got the
What quality
game for
assurance
free from the
department signed off on
developer.
this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm
Let's
afraid.
go.
It could never have lived
New
up to
content.
such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Is there new content? Oh, this is not the beginning of the game. Look, there's a picture of the room that you go into in the beginning of the game right there. This is not the beginning.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Huh. You can go onto the path of the real place, or you can go this way. What is here? There's a screwdriver and a coffee nut cup. I like coffee. Coffee is great. I drink a lot of coffee.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
Dude, this is awesome looking.
I
What the
call
heck?
it the memory zone.
Oh, those
where I've
trees
been
look
storing
weird,
all
though.
my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Ooh, this tree looks
Experiences
amazing.
like the launch of the Stanley Parable on
But
PC.
the little seeds do not. Oh, whatever those things are. Berries. That looks good. Some of the textures don't look great at all. Living on the rock. Ooh, the memory zone.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how
Don't forget
wonderful
the Stanley Parable.
was
Yeah.
before it was solid with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of
Ah,
2013 when the
2013
game
when
originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
I was on that. That was a long time ago, but not that long ago, too. It's less than 10 years ago. A $1 bill. Heck yeah. Begin demo. The Stanley Parable demonstration. That's what the original demo looked like? That's pretty cool. Unachievable. It is impossible to get this achievement. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. Yeah. People actually have that on this game. And the developer was like not too happy about that. Because he wants you. You're pretty much just cheating yourself when you get that by cheating the time. I'll legitimately get that eventually. It's just not until like 5 years and like a couple months, because I'm gonna be playing this for quite a bit. Beta, work in progress, nominations, Stanley Parable, game inventions. Story. These are actual real things. New video game releasing today. Yeah, definitely not a real thing. 50% off designer hats, and that's not a real hat. College show, uneven effort to enroll, poor. Yeah, that's not real. I thought this was real for a second there, but after reading some of those headlines, no, that's not real. It can't be real. I can't sit on that bench.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning
Don't
triumph
read
of
any
games
reviews except
journalism.
for this
10
one.
out of 10 from
How do you
Destructoid.com.
review a game like
James
Stanley
Stephanie
Parable?
Sterling writes,
Describe
and I
any
quote,
one part of the
"We're
risk.
so many games that aspire to be
I'm not
more
gonna
than
read
games
everything.
end up less than any form of art. Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's
Was
no
Stanley
games at all.
Parable a
It
mod
isn't
for
even the
Half-Life
Stanley Parable
2?
anymore. It's just a husk now.
That would make a
A
lot of sense.
lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Yeah. The original Stanley Parable was a mod for Half-Life 2. I'm pretty sure. I think I remember that. Two doors. I always really like the multiple ending type stuff. If you've never watched on Netflix Bandersnatch, oh, that's so
Here's
good.
another
You
moving
definitely have to watch
passage,
that.
this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding
Carpet
choices
textures.
I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley?
Gray,
the game
red,
was perfect. It
missing
didn't need anything
coworker
else. It didn't need
scenario.
new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Grass. This is carpet textures. This grass is a carpet. Bad, nothing. The serious room. I want to get over there. All I can do is see the serious room from here. That's not the real serious room, though. Serious room is just a room with no doors. No way out.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Not
Honestly,
recommended.
I could not be bothered to
2
play
hours
this
and
game to full completion.
9
The
minutes.
narrator is obnoxious and
90.
unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of
2.9
gags
hours.
to insert into the Stanley Parable.
Well, look, that
but the
one's
game
a
is already
positive
such
review
a
right
densely
there.
layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh, that's a positive review, but I can't read that.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh, dear. What an awful memory to have.
I like
to
this
hold on
area.
to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
What's over this way?
I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always...
Oh, there's another review over here.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot.
It's an actual
I'll pop
physical
you forward
button
in time so that the second
in the
my
game.
incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourish. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley,
Wow, you just skipped a lot of time.
Well, 2 weeks. I've been sick. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been.
Ah, the narrator's gone. Let's go. We got rid of him. This is annoying. Turn it off. Turn it off. Skip hours. Skip. Let's skip.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned. They screamed. They gnashed their...
Yeah. Skip the narrator.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Look, there's a drop of water now.
Is never the end, is never the end.
Oh, there's a couple of drops.
Is never the end, is never the end.
All he's doing is saying never the end.
End is never the end, is never the
It's never the end. The end is never the end. The end is never the end. Yeah, I can do that too. No, it stopped dripping. Oh no, it didn't. It just started dripping a lot more. Ooh, it's about... I'm gonna get flooded in here, I bet. It's gonna be how this ends. Oh. Now it's decayed like crazy. I can hear like wind or something. Oh, I can see daylight. But I can't get out. Oh, nature. I still can't get out though. Wait, what just happened? The nature's gone. The nature. No. The nature. The plants. Good to go. Oh, what's that? That's not good. Whoa, what is going on now? What the heck? Oh! I got out! I'm out! I'm free! And everything's just a desert. It's end of time. As we know it. Let's go that way. I see like clouds that way. There's also a black smudge over that way. Which way should we go? I don't think it really matters. Let's go this way. New content. Heck yeah. New content. Well, that ending was pretty great. I liked that ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's the bucket? I know that there's a bucket in this game. I want that. Now there's a big sign that says new content. new content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Alright, let's see. What's the new content?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this Ultra Deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this Ultra Deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
One step even further.
I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable
Parable
2.
2. Yes. The end is never the end again.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few
42-7.
minor additions?
Yes.
Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged
2.
sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the
Stanley
ground
Parable
up.
2.
Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Investor showcase. Let's go.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
Yes.
Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley
Just the
Parable
two
2,
of us.
now
We
that's
can
an
make
artistic
it
statement
if we
right
try.
there.
Just
It's
the two of
future-oriented.
us.
It
Just the two
screams
of
progress
us.
and innovation
Just
and
the two of
long-term franchising
us.
potential.
Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I. That's a nice little song. Probably a haiku. But it has too many lines for a haiku. New content is out. New content. Part 2 is in. Boring sections of the chart, cool red sections of the chart. That's why there's a lot of red in this area. Stanley Parable 2. Heck yeah. Alright. The Stanley Parable 2. And then it has Roman numerals too. Nice.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything
New features. Cool. Let's go. Let's see what the new features are. New content. Oh, this is where the jumping circle will be coming up. I remember seeing something like
Here we are. Go on.
that.
Try out some of the new features.
Let's see. Welcome to the showcase. New features, the new content, new game. And the end is never the end again. They're back. 2 doors. I wonder if they actually sell shirts that say all this. I bet they do. Because it's free marketing. Like, why not? Hear your name in the game. Alright.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious
Too
answer
big of
is
a
that they
button,
want to be
too small of a button,
individually recognized
just
and
right button.
validated as people.
Yes.
So
Road
with
to the
that in
perfect
mind,
button.
my first addition to the game is this button, which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful? Sorry,
Jim.
I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this
Jim.
feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to
Jim.
Whoa,
Jim.
hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Jim.
See, if you'd only played
Jim.
along, that
Jim.
would have been
Jim.
your name the
Jim.
button says.
Jim.
But no.
Jim.
Instead,
Jim.
oh,
Jim.
I can't
Jim.
even think
Jim.
about it. I'm taking
Jim.
the Jim button
Jim.
away.
Jim.
Jim. No, the Jim button.
Jim. 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 Jim.
Jim.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable 2. They would appreciate what I've created here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office
Get
could
well
use a
soon.
bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm
So
undecided
happy
on
birthday,
Get Well Someday
happy
and
12th
Happy 12th
birthday.
birthday. Which would you
Stanley.
go with?
Yeah, get well
You know,
soon.
sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Yeah,
Or actually,
not the one
maybe
I
I
would
should
pick.
have gone with... No, No, I've made my decision.
I wonder if
moving
you
on.
picked the other, but
Come now, you've
one
already made your
that
choice.
it goes
It's
with the other
true
one.
that you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes. Stanley, here's an
Oh.
idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right.
Infinity hole.
falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
That's been done before.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue on. Great! Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
I like the Infinity hole.
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again, so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll
Hit
be
the button.
honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall
You bug.
forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep
Meeting
enough, in
at
my opinion.
2 p.m.
Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call
Every
the
pause
hole
button
mostly infinite?
is a Roman
If that works for
numeral
you,
2.
Then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
It's not infinite hole. It lies. You lie. Liar. That's new. Oh, the jumping circle.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
Please no. Enjoy the new feature.
An epilogue would be fun,
Epilogue.
wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Oh. Free new easy achievement. Oh. Let's get that. I want that free easy achievement. Heck yeah. It just works. Pull the lever. Receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works. Get ready.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise...
No. The achievement. I want it. Do they really have an unattainable achievement in this? It's been a pretty good stream so far. This is a really good game.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Oh, the bucket. I haven't got to the bucket yet.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
The bucket.
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley
I want the
Parable
bucket.
will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms.
I want the
And
bucket.
To be honest,
I want
it's
the
a
bucket.
much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body.
Yeah.
And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends
like
you
the
an air
bucket.
of charisma as well?
The
I think
bucket.
that just
The
holding
bucket,
it
my friend.
has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits
cool.
of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Stanley Parable 2. I have a bucket now.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Collectibles. I haven't got any other collectibles.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then
I
you
like
move
this
the
one.
hell on with your
We got 1 out of 6. Heck yeah. I don't know where the other ones are.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Just tragic. Yeah. I don't need a reward for collecting stuff. It's just my accomplishment is my personal achievement of getting it done. Why? I could have just went up. What? Did I see everything now? That's impossible. Because then I would have been done. I think that's how I entered the room. I think I have to go exit now. The exit's this way. Jump circle and exits this way. Okay. Let's go.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yep. Yep. I like exploring. And I explored a lot. I like that photo. The what's that effect called? I learned that in Photoshop class. Displacement.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is.
Here it is.
You
Let's go.
The Stanley Parable 2.
The Stanley Parable 2. Nope. That's not a good looking thing.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of...
There's a standard.
Never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
That's even worse.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They
It's such a good sequel.
And the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Yeah.
Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and
Stanley Parable
uncompromising conviction,
Deluxe Edition.
This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a
Ultra Deluxe Edition. Oh, now I have unlocked the Stanley Parable 2. Alright, well that was fun. Exploring new content. I found the bucket. I got all the, like, jump circle. Lots of funny stuff. So if you like this video, like it, comment, subscribe. That always does help. And tell me anything that you'd like to see in videos. I'm always trying to get feedback on that. That does help too. Alright, see you in the next video. Alright, bye.